Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this is the start of my Learn How to Script series, and we'll be getting right in with print, strings, and variables. So if you're brand new to Roblox scripting, you will know that you should be, the first thing you'd probably know is how to print. But if you don't know already, print outputs something to the console, a string, a value, a ball, or anything like that. So if we printed hello, if we go to our view tab and open up the output and start the game, as you can see, it says hello in the chat. And these are errors that are naturally just caused by Roblox. I think it's because of a plugin. I'm going to delete that plugin real fast. Or not. Well, anyway, we can do such things as putting a variable. My variable equals hello, and then we do print, and we're going to do my variable. A variable is something that holds data. For example, it can hold strings, values, and basically anything else you'd like. So if we ran the game, it would, as you can see, it would print hello because our variable holds data. It holds a string which inside says hello, and this will, it will print what's inside the variable. And this variable, you could just easily put it in here and it'd work. So we can do maths with variables. So if we done my variable 1 equals 40, and then my variable 2 equals 60. So if we done my variable 1 plus my variable 2, it will print out 100 because 60 plus 40 is 100. And this is just finding what data the variable is holding, and this is holding a value of 40, which means it'd be 40 since it takes place for that variable, and same with the next variable. This would be 60. So we could do such things like my variable equals, and we can store data like finding a part on the workspace. So if we put a part, named it my part, we could direct to that part using a variable by doing game.workspace, and then we could just do a dot, and then as you can see, this is under the workspace, and the parent of this part is the workspace. If you want to change the parent, you just put it under there. For example, now the parent started GUI, now the parent is script. So you'd direct to there, and you'd do my part because that's what the part is called. And we could do stuff like changing the color. My variable dot part, color, or we could do brick color equals brick color dot new. This will create a new color. Then we can do any color, or we can make an RGB value, but that's later on in a different tutorial maybe. So let's do aqua, or let's just do new yellow, which is a bright yellow. So if we start the game, you should see that our part changes color from white to yellow. We could see this by running our game just like this. And there you go. It has changed color. And if we do wait, so we wait 1 second, wait stops the script from doing anything, except if it was a loop would still carry on. And then if we do print my variable dot brick color, so what this would do is print the brick color of the part after 1 second of the game being run. So we run the game, and there, new yellow is the brick color. But if you wanted to do more, such as the color of this part is colon, you'd always have to leave a space, otherwise it would just be together. I can show you how that would look. 2 dots changes from a string to just normal script. So if we done my variable dot brick color, this would not leave a space. Oh, I've typed something wrong. My variable dot brick color, that should work. Brick color using data value. Color. This was working last time, so I'm not sure what is wrong. That, oh right, no, I don't see. This should in fact be working, but I don't see why it is not. If we print this by itself, it should work. Yes, it does, in fact. So if we done the color of this brick is, if we done space, 2 dots, my variable dot brick color. I am not sure why this is not working. Well, anyway, we could do something like that. So if we done like variable 2 equals new yellow. Let's just say that's the color. And then variable 2. And then we could carry on the text by using another 2 dots, putting a space, and then doing. And also, I forgot to say hello. So after we start the game, as you can see, the color of this brick is new yellow. And also, I forgot to say hello, since we put 2 dots to go from a string to normal script. And then we use 2 dots to go back to a string. And you can do this as many times as you want. Variable 3 equals, And let's do we can do stuff like local player equals game dot players dot local player. So what this does essentially is it searches through the players and it will try to find the player that has called this script. So if I were to like join the game, it would find me as the local player. So if we done variable 3 equals player dot name, this would find the name of the player. So let's add variable 3. And what's the error? Oh right, since this is a script and not a local script, we want to detect when the player has been added. A local script reacts differently because it executes on the client side while a normal script executes on the server side, and the server can't detect who's the local player because there's more than one player to check from. But even if there was just one player, you would get the same error. So we do game dot players dot player added. This is what you call an event, which runs after something has been activated. For example, when a player has been added, you're going to want to connect. After it's been triggered, this is a connection that you can do. And then we put function as we're creating a new function, and put an open and a close bracket. And inside those, you're going to want to put player. Since when a player has been added, we want to detect them as the player, so we can use them for our variable. So if we done, oh yes, it automatically makes an end for you. So if we done end, but this type of end, it requires a close bracket, since you're opening a function and you need to close it. Well, not the function, you're connecting to the event and you need to end it off, but this is a special one which requires a close bracket, since we're opening it right here. So we're going to have to close it here to end. So if we created the variable now, variable 3 equals player dot name, it would make this variable the player's name. And as you can see, the color of this brick is new yellow, and also I forgot to say hello, and then it says our name. We can put this to, and then yeah, we could just add an exclamation mark at the end by doing that. And there you go. The color of this brick is new yellow, and also I forgot to say hello to Roblox Almanites 1, which is my name. And the brick color changes, and we have no errors towards the script. But we can get harder with the scripts, and we could use something called loops. So how do we make a loop? Well, it's actually simple. There's 2 different ways. Well, actually there's many ways, but these are the preferred. So you do while, wait, and then you do. And after clicking enter, it will automatically set the end point. But there's another way to do while, true, do. So while true is true, it will loop. But true never goes false, which means it will loop forever. Same goes with like 2 plus 8 equals 10. But when you're defining something as a if, when we're checking the value of something, we have to use 2 equals, since it will think that we're trying to change a value, and you can't change the value of numbers because numbers are numbers and they don't have a property you can change on them. So if when 2 plus 2 equals the same as 10, it will loop. But this will loop forever because you cannot change this problem. So it will loop forever. But you could also do temporary loops. While, like, if we made a variable equals false. While variable equals, since we're not trying to change a value, false do. So while this is false, it will loop. But when this becomes true, the loop will end. So that's a way to make a temporary loop. But in these loops, we can do one do. So every 1 second, it will print hello world. And as you can see, every second it's printing. But these can get pretty speedy and could possibly break or crash your game. So if we done my part, and then we do colon, clone. So what this would do, oh sorry, we need to do game.workspace.mypart, and then we done clone. What this does is that it will clone the part, and it will clone it in the same parent as the current part. So if we clone this, it would just make another part stacked on top of this one. So if we done this, it will keep cloning the part. Clone can be used for many instances, and we did not get an error, but it did not work. Or did it work? No. So we need to set the parent of the part. So if we done we need to put local, which goes across the whole game. Local. We do clone part equals. So clone part equals this, which is cloning an object. But when it's being cloned, it doesn't have a parent, so it doesn't know where to go. So we need to set the parent of the clone. Equals workspace. This will set the parent of this clone part to the workspace so it shows up. So if we try that, as you can see, it is very quickly cloning this part into the workspace, but we can't see it. So we are going to add a C-frame addition, which will be on the y-axis, which will change the y-axis, so the part goes up. As you can see, the y-axis changes when we move this up and down. So if we change this, well, it's not one to change, but if we change this, so it added one, or let's just say if it added itself, there's this is one stud high. So if we kept going up by one stud, they would stack on top of each other. So let's do that. To add values onto a position or something, we would do my clone part dot position equals my part workspace dot my part dot position, and then we need to do dot y plus, and then we do 1. And this should, oh right, we need to use vectors when we are changing a value. So we do vector 3. This is essential when you're changing the size or the position or something, since you can't just add on. So if we do not need speech marks, we do 1 0. And this should clone parts on top or not. What is the script error? Vector 3, a table value. I'm not sure how. Oh right, I see. We want to do just C frame dot, not Y, 0 1 0, and the middle is the Y axis, so that's what we're changing, and that's not right either. Oh right. And we have to do vector 3.new, so it creates a new vector position. If you do not use this and go straight to the script, it will not work. Expected got number, so I don't think we need this Y. And yes, that's it. Oh, the position obviously messed up and teleported here for some reason. I think it's because of the size of the lag that it's not wanting to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the problem we're having. It's going straight to 0 for some reason, that's why. +1. I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it, but yeah, the position's not setting. We done position equals
what if I go stronger? What
Let's
if I get higher? What if I start doing things I know I will regret? I will make my own way. I will not surrender. I will do my best until I get put under. What if I go stronger?
oh sorry. Vector 3.new 0 1 0. I am not sure why that is not setting. But anyway, if you want to change the position or something, you would use vectors. So, next, let's do tables. Tables, right. Tables store a set of data, like multiple strings, multiple values, and we can choose from one of them. Example, if we had local table equals, then we open it up like that, we put apple, orange, pear, and lemon. So if we had all these, we want to choose from one of these. So what we do is we want to choose a random one from the table. So we do math local chosen. So we want to have the chosen here in a local string. So local chosen equals math.random. When we're using math.random, it chooses a random from value. So if we chose a random value from 0 to 10 and then printed it, it chose 10. But if we tried again, it chose 3. So basically what it does, it just chooses a random thing from something. If we done hashtag table, this would choose a random one from the table. But we want to print it out from the table. So we do table, then we put these, and then we put chosen. So it'll print. This will make a number out of the selections we have, which is 4 selections. It will choose a random number, and with that number, we could use these two to use that number to find which one it is located. So pair, we got pair. Now if we try again, we got pair again, which can happen. Oh, pair again. Oh, that's for random. And there, we got apple this time. And pair once again. Pair really likes getting chosen. We can do while wait 0.2 do. Then let's close it up with end. We would get orange, pear, apple, lemon, and yeah, it randomly chooses from one of the tables. And tables are they're used for storing data such as people who are banned from your game. You could just store them like this. Player 1, player 2. And then you would find after player, if you use player.added, and then you just detect if their name is on the table. You could just do something like this, and you would be able to find them. But I'm not going to be showing you how to do that in this video. So next, let's do events. Events are something you can fire using a different script. You can use it to switch from a normal script to a local script using fire all clients, and use on client event using a local script. But I'll be showing you how to use a normal script to fire a remote event. And I'll be firing it from a local script. So if we add a folder to replicate storage, call this remote events, and then add a remote event to the folder. Let's call it print, and then go to the script and let's find replicated storage, local replicated storage equals, and we're going to do game, and it's best to use get service because it will get one of these services, and it's just much easier. It uses a lot more services like tween service. You can get tween service like this, tween service, so you can see. And yeah, so it's just use whenever you're trying to get a service like server storage, server script service, starter GUI, it's preferable to use game get service. But now we need to find the remote event folder, so we're going to do local remote events equals replicated storage, and we are going to do wait for child. Sometimes your script will error because it's trying to find something that hasn't loaded in yet. Because if your script starts right when the game starts, not everything's loaded in. If you have a lot of parts in your game or something, it may take a bit, and your game will error because it can't find something that's not loaded in. So if we do wait for child, it will wait until it can find something with a name. So if we done remote events, it would wait until this folder's been created and it can be found. So now we're going to do remote events dot print on server. I think it's client. I'm not sure. Let's check on a wiki. On server client Roblox. I don't think that's it. Let's check the remote event. On client event. Okay, I got that mixed up. On client event connect function. And then we're going to enter, and this will instantly create an end. And now what we want to do is put something in here. So we're going to put args. This will connect when, like, when you fire an event, you have brackets, and inside those brackets you can provide data that you want to send to the remote event, which will then connect to the data and you can use it for your events. For example, if we done sent value and string to use, something like this. Now we would want to do print, and let's just do set value to as well. Sent value to. We do sent value plus. No, let's do multiplied. Then so all type of maths has a logo. So if we done slash is for divide, the star is for multiply, plus and minus are just what they are. A minus is a dash if you'd like to call it that. I'll just have these right here. Equals multiply equals addition equals subtraction. So these are what you would use for math. So if I done this would divide. So if I done divide by sent value to, it would be sent value, which is the first number that we're going to call using our remote event, and then the second one. So I want to fire this event, but after doing string to use as well. Okay, so I want to fire this, so I will fire it by the workspace local script. And now I'll just copy from this. Then I want to find the remote event, print. Then to fire an event, you use something called fire server. And then you put an open bracket and close bracket. And then you're going to put all your strings. As you can see, we need a number, another number, and some string text. So I'm going to do 50 divided by 10, and then we're going to put hello. So on server start, we're going to fire server. Can only be used on the client. Okay. On server event. Use on client event when you're on the other side. So has this fired or has it not? I don't think it has fired. let's see if the script even starts. And the script does not even start. That's the problem. Let's put this in starter GUI so it runs on game start. And sent value, a user data value. So I'm not sure why this is happening. Let's just detect the player first of all. This can sometimes be the case. And no, sent value, user data value. Yeah, that's right. We want to print it. Arithmetic. Oh, so we can't use arithmetic data on sent values because. Okay, so obviously we can't use maths on events. So we're going to just do sent value. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's fine. Sent. Okay, so we want to sent value 2. And then we're going to do equals. And then we're going to do 5. Since we can't use arithmetic, things on events, so we're just going to do this. Attempt to concentrate local sent right, yeah. Let's just put these in speech marks. When it's fired, what is this? Have I used? On server event. Yes, it should. Fire server. This is weird. If this prints, then that means it's, yeah, it does print. But oh right, you don't need to provide player, it will just be detected. And this, yeah, hello. And then we can now and there you go, 50 divided by 10 equals 5. And then it says hello after that. And now we could get really advanced with these events. So we could do found player, or we could do a ton of parts. So we have 4 parts. Now I'm going to do find the correct part. It's only an example with cap sensitive. So if we done fire server, we don't need any args, but we could do something so it like it has semi anti-exploit, which is args equals, just do some random combination of letters, and we do args, and then we're gonna do if args equals, then we put in text, then, and then you do your code here, and then leave a line, else, then we need to connect player kick x possible exploiting attempt. So if they try fire the event without providing any args at all, it will just kick them. This is just a simple anti-exploit. So you just do that, and then we won't get kicked because we have the right args. Oh, sorry. I need to find the correct part. As you can see, nothing except high. And now if we done correct args, as you can see, but if we done it like that, once firing it would kick you, as you can see, because you haven't provided the correct args. And what is args? Well, args is it's just like a string. It's something you provide. Well, as you can see, args, we provided it to an event. So what we do now is we use something like this. You do I, or this it doesn't matter what letter combinations you do, but the most used ones is I, V, underscore V. I like using this because it looks more professional, and I just like it. So you do 4 underscore V, and then we're gonna do, we want to gather everything in the workspace. So what we do is workspace, get children, but you can also do get descendants to get everything in here. So if we had like a part inside this part, using get descendants would find that part as well. So we do get children, since we don't want to get the descendants. Oh yes, and I forgot something. You have to do in pairs, or you could do in next, comma, or you could do I pairs. They all work. And then we do open and close bracket, and then we do workspace, get children, and then we do and end it. So this will gather every object that is parented to the workspace. So we do if V, and then we do colon, is A. So what does is A do? So it will detect if a part has the class of something. So if a part has the class of a part, then it will continue the script, but V will now be a part. And then so it doesn't, so these terrain in the camera, the V will not be terrain camera anymore. It will only be these parts because they have the class of a part. So next we do then, and then we do V if V dot name equals because remember, when checking something, we're not trying to change the property of something. And then we put speech marks or quotes, and we do my part. This is case sensitive, so this is why it's going to find just this part. Then we want to print found the part and change the color. Dot brick color equals brick color dot new, and let's do black. So once this has been run, it will check through all the parts, and as you can see, it has found the right part since we're case sensitive. And this can be used in many things, such as finding something when you have a lot of something. For example, if you had GYs, you had a list of GYs, they were ordered by name, you could do for IV get children, and you would do if V is a text label, and then if V dot name equals the name of something, you would instantly find it. Or you could, it can be handy in many places. It's not only getting descendants, it can be for checking a table. And yeah, that's all you need to know. I will make a following up video to this explaining more, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.